there, friends in TV land. It's Marianne Goulart here, your host for Out and About, Fall River's arts and entertainment TV show right here on Channel 95. Guess what? It's a grand night for singing. You know, I love to sing. I want you to take a little walk down memory lane with me for a while. How many of you went to Henry Lord out there? I'll see a few hands up maybe. Well, you remember that when we were young, we took part in something called an opera sing. And our music teachers at the time, God love them, I think it was Miss Shaughnessy, Miss Considine, had us learn all of the chorus parts for Carmen. And we went to Durfee, where there are some professional singers, some ringers who were there doing all of the solo parts. And we, as middle school chorus people, went there and did the chorus. And I know my parents didn't come. I had to walk with a bunch of friends, and it was the most wonderful time, and it really did help me to enjoy music and to develop a love for opera, and I thank them for that. And then subsequently, of course, becoming one of the vocalaires at Durfee, remember, some of you, and the serenaders. So I know that some of you out there have a musical past, and perhaps you have sung in a chorus of old. The Allegro Glee Club was around for a while, the Showcase Singers was around, but now the premier chorus in Fall River is the South Coast Community Chorale. And I am pleased today to have three members of that group. I have the director, the conductor, Frank Wilhelm, with us. I have Beth Bedard, who is the president of the South Coast Community Chorale, and Gretchen Silva, who is a member of the board of directors. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And I'm so excited because I know your group is going to be singing later, so I'm thrilled about that, hearing some of the things you're going to do. But would you please give our TV audience just a brief history of the origins of the group? How did it begin?
Sure. Well, thank you very much for having us on today. Sure. We really appreciate it. The group actually was formed in 1997. There were seven friends of mine that sang in different choruses in the area, and they all came to me and said, Frank, we're looking for a chorus in the Fall River area that's a little different than others. There were choruses that did just plain classical music, and then there were those choruses that did the more contemporary or pop. So we tried to blend the two together, and that's where that whole format started with South Coast Community Chorale. We begin our program with the classical side. We generally have an intermission, and then on the second half we do the lighter side or the contemporary. So that's how that whole thing formed, and it's been really a wonderful experience.
And so you were there from the get-go. Were you the director from the get-go?
I was.
Oh,
as a matter of fact, I was the director, and since there was only 7 of us, I was the president, I was the vice president.
And did you sing as well? Sometimes?
Actually, I did.
Yeah, I bet, if you'd have to join in and sing. Now,
Exactly.
How is the group governed? I know there's a board of directors, correct? Who selects the music? Who organizes the programs? How do you get things together?
Well, that's been changing over the years. For the first, I don't know, 16 years, I basically selected it and then presented it to the board, and they basically approved it. One thing that I'm really excited about is that about a year ago, they developed a PDC, a Program Development Committee. And it's a group of people, and we have a lot of fun. We spend many hours looking at music, selecting, and I'm proud to say the last couple of concerts that we've performed was through that committee, and they did an excellent job.
The
PDC
sounds very important. So
of course.
It's a committee, correct?
Yes.
C is for committee. Very good. And is that the same group that then organizes the program, or do you do that once the music is selected and learned? Do you then organize the program?
From that point on, I'll generally place it in the, consequential order. I'll elect the instrumentalists. I hire instrumentalists right now. Yes, I've already engaged string players, a timpanist, so for this upcoming concert. So generally we do have a paid instrumentalist for our concerts.
When you say upcoming, you mean you do something twice a year. You do
Correct.
You do a May one, which has already happened, and you do a December, so you're talking probably about the December. You've already gotten some things going for that. So is that what you do? You do them twice in a season?
Exactly.
Very good. So that's. How about in the meantime? Are there some other things that go on? I noticed that you sing at various things. I live in Westport, so I've noticed that you've done some things at the Vineyard over time.
Yes, we've done the. I forget exactly. It's their Christmas time. We've sung the Christmas carols right out in the
Nice.
vineyard. One thing that we also participate in is that we sing at the Iwo Jima Monument on Memorial Day.
Oh, it's an annual
We've been
event?
doing that annually.
Isn't that
We were
nice?
a fill-in at one point, and from that point on, we've been doing it, and it's really a rewarding experience for the chorus.
So it's become part of your regular
Yes.
year, your
Yeah.
broad
Exactly.
spectrum of what you do. Wonderful. Now, what's the makeup of your group? Is it mostly people of the same age, same area? Do they all come from Fall River or this area? Or
Yeah, they come from the greater Fall River area.
Yes.
And there's everybody from young and old, from teenagers all the way up through, 80s and beyond. So it's really exciting.
There's hope. Okay.
Oh, there's hope for everybody. Yeah, and so it's really wonderful to get to, have so many generations together performing. It's a great experience.
Do you find that families and friends often come together too?
Yeah, and
so
then
that-
sometimes people meet that way too, so that's also fun.
Oh, wonderful. Now, do people have to audition for your group?
No.
No, they do not. But
They
it
just
is-
show up.
They just show up. One of the requirements is that you have to have a love for music. That's
That's
the first,
good.
first
Check.
and foremost. Okay. The next thing is that we'd like to have a person to be able to match pitch, so that you're
Yes.
singing along with the other choristers and not throwing them off and blending. We don't want somebody who's going to be sticking out amongst the group. It is a chorus, so we do work together. And I've been finding over the years, people that really work hard to create exactly what we're looking for.
So you teach? You teach
Yes.
the parts and such?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. One of the
Does
other
everyone read music?
No, I would have to say
Oh, okay.
85% of the chorus does not. As a matter of fact, what we do is that we have the best assistant director, Eric Thompson, who actually prepares CDs, practice CDs, for their part alone, and they have all week long to listen to their part, just their part, so that when we pull it all together,
Then they
they've
know.
had exactly.
So everybody, I'll be able to spot everyone from the South Coast Community Chorale because they're in their car going,
Exactly.
big little dog, little, big little dog, little, teep, teep, teep. No,
That's it.
listening along as they
would
learn
be
their
us.
part, correct? Now, what's a typical rehearsal like for you folks? Beth?
Grueling, I'm beat them. No.
No, I'm not going to ask you. I'm going to ask a member.
okay.
What are your rehearsals like?
Well, we start off usually with the classical side, just like our concert, and then we generally have a break, and we pick up with the more contemporary fun.
And at times, too, we also split. So Eric will take half the chorus, I'll take half the chorus, so that we can really drill parts.
Sure.
And then we'll pull it all together, and it's amazing what the cohesiveness that happens when we do that.
So fun? Would you say it's fun?
Definitely.
Absolutely.
So if someone wanted to join your group, what would they do? How would they find out information
Well,
about?
it's very simple. If you don't know a chorus member that can drag you along,
Yeah.
then
That would be the obvious way.
That would be the obvious
Okay.
way. Then you can also visit our website, which is www.SCCC. Well, I say SCCCharole.com. That's the easier way. And right on there, it shows when our practices are and our rehearsals, and it shows how to join and some more information about the group and also our concerts too.
We have open rehearsals every September and January, so if you're interested in joining, those would be the times to come to check us out.
So it's advertised, people would know?
Yes,
Do you have a Facebook page where
Absolutely.
people could follow you and like you there as well?
absolutely.
How exciting.
And
People would
Twitter.
like you.
And Twitter,
Twitter.
yes.
See, I don't know much about Twitter, so I never say Twitter because I don't know anything about it. But where do you rehearse? You mentioned your rehearsals. Where do you rehearse?
We rehearse at St. John of God Church. It's in Somerset, and it's right over the bridge, really easy to get to from Fall River. And we do that on Wednesday nights from 7:30 to 9:30.
Very good.
And of course, we break for the summer.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, that gives everybody a break.
Everybody goes to the beach. Everybody sings at
course.
the beach. That's a wonderful thing. So, to recap, you have your May performance. You have your December performance. You do a Memorial Day Iwo Jima. You do special other events that come up, and people can join by going to your web page or by following you on Facebook or by being dragged into the fray by some chorus member, correct?
Correct.
So one more question. Why would you encourage people to join? What would you tell them if someone was interested but on the fence?
On the fence. I would have to just say a lot of people consider it therapy.
Oh.
It's amazing. I've had, doctors that have sung, high-pressured individuals that say, I just need those 2 hours for me. And they just say they forget about their life and they enjoy it, and it becomes about them. And they have a wonderful time. The other thing is the camaraderie.
Sure.
I'll tell you, the people in that group are just wonderful, very warm. It's a great group.
And it must come through in your music,
Oh,
correct?
absolutely.
And that's something we're going to see in a little while, because pretty soon you're going to be getting your group together and we're going to hear from you. We're going to hear some selections. I hear from Music Man, from Titanic, some Beethoven as well. And Beauty and the Beast. Very
Yes.
nice. So we're looking forward to that, and I wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors, and may you keep on singing. Keep that song in your heart. Do you have a theme song?
That we don't have.
You don't have a theme song.
We've got to write one.
I think you need to have a
We need to
theme
write
song
one.
about keeping music in your heart or something, and let your voice shine. So thanks, and we're looking forward to hearing from you.
Thank you.
Good one, son.
Last summer, my new dad took me on vacation. First, we went deep sea fishing. Wow!
I'm so proud of you, son.
And then we went on Thunder Shark. That was awesome! Let's go again. 3 times. I gotta say, it was pretty cool.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Oh, not again.
Welcome back, everyone. Here we are under the direction of Frank Wilhelm. It's my pleasure to introduce to you the South Coast Community Chorale.
Good evening. Thank you. Tonight, we'd like to start off with just a selection or a piece of the masterpiece of Beethoven's Mass in C. What we'll do is we'll be doing the first selection, or the first section, which is called the Kyrie. Our next selection will be a piece from the medley from Titanic the musical. Not the Celine Dion, but the actual Broadway version of Titanic the musical.
Everyone up and out, follow the band and shout, isn't it a lovely day? Yes! Watching all the ladies in Parisian fashion on display. Young Mr. Hartley is playing quite smartly in rhythm that could never lie. It's a musical treat to hear a band with a beat performing latest style.
How do you do, my friend? So good to see you once more. How long since we first met? Has it been 3 days or 4?
It seems like so much longer than a little weekend drive. On the ship by ourselves on this glorious afternoon, doing the latest rap.
Come on and dance with me, please. Feel the rhythm of the song beneath your knees. Promenading along with your knees, like a feather in the air. Is that a hint of a chill? When you're dancing on the soles, it's a thrill. Keeps your heart even healthier still. Take a partner if you dare. Out on the well deck, across an L deck, feel all the ocean spray.
Yourself upon the corner hotel deck, oh what a swell deck, keep all your cares away.
Turn the corner on the L deck, go down the swell deck, watch all the girls sashay.
How the ragtime music can take you away. Dance with me, please, it's the rhythm of the song.
Feel all the ocean spray.
Promenading along with
Hotel
your
deck,
knees,
oh what
like
a
a
swell
feather in
deck.
the air.
Oh,
Get the shoes, you're dancing at the
follow
door,
the rest
it's
I say.
It's your party and
Great
healthy,
days to
you're
feel,
still.
watch all
Take
the
a partner
girls
if you dare. Everybody's bursting with emotion, dancing as they cross the mighty ocean. Hasn't it been absolutely great to dance the
Now that was just the ragtime section of Titanic. We would like to, next what we'd like to do is a segment from Beauty and the Beast, starting with Be Our Guest with Mrs. Potts.
It's a guest, sakes alive, we'll all be blessed. Wine's been poured and thank the Lord, I've got the napkins freshly pressed. With dessert, she'll want tea, and my dear, that's fine with me. While the cups do their soft shoeing, I'll be bubbling, I'll be brewing. I'll get warm, piping hot, heaven's sakes, it's such a spot. Clean it up, we want the company impressed.
We got a lot to do.
Is it one lump or two? For you, our guest.
She's our guest.
She's our guest.
She's our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Be our band to request. It's been years since we've had anybody here, and we're obsessed. With your meal on your face, your tea, the empty while the candlelight is glowing, let us help you. We'll keep going. Course by course, one by one, till you shout, enough, I'm done. Then we'll sing you off to sleep as you digest. Tonight you'll probably up, but for now it's tea night. Be our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Please be our guest.
Lastly, we'd like to give you some selections from The Music Man. Thank you very much.
So thank you to Frank Wilhelm and to the South Coast Community Chorale for sharing their gift of song with us today. So wherever you are, sing along, sing in the shower, sing outside. And until the next time, everyone, cheers.